Hey Ken, how you doing today?
Doing great, Professor. How are you?
Doing well. So today, here in episode 35 of the Affiliate Files, where we talk about the truth about making money online, let's talk about done for you and affiliate marketing.
Ooh, done for you. Yes,
Yeah, that's sexy, right? Done for you,
it
DFY.
is. I love DFY. I love it.
Done for you is easy to say. It's an easy sell, right? Done for you. Done for you system. Just click a button and just it'll all start working, or just send traffic to the system. And that's really what I want to talk about, or where I would like to start by asking you what your definition of done for you is, and also asking you what your definition of affiliate marketing is.
Okay, so done for you means that the process for which you get the sale or the commission or whatever it is taken care of. Meaning the sales page, the message, the video, the follow up, the email follow ups. All of those things are done for you on that part of the system. And all you have to do is generate the traffic to send to that landing page or whatever it is that's going to get you that commission. That to me is a done for you system where you don't have to do anything. That someone else does it for you, and you just either buy ads or you create videos or create a blog post and you send traffic that way. That's what it means to me. How about you? What does that mean to you?
Yeah, so I mean, I like your definition, and I think done for you could be everything. It could be traffic, because if you look at the system, I'm going to use air quotes here. If you buy into a system that's done for you, so to go back to what I asked as well, affiliate marketing
Marketing. Yep.
and the definition of affiliate marketing, the official definition from the actual dictionary: a marketing arrangement by which an online retailer pays commission to an external website for traffic or sales generated from its referrals. So, a marketing arrangement by an online retailer, that could be anybody, the vendor, right?
Mhm.
Pays commissions, that's pays you money to an external website for traffic or sales, right? Traffic or sales.
Right.
So, you could actually generate revenue just from the traffic,
Absolutely.
and that could still
Absolutely.
be affiliate marketing according to the definition. And I think that's the big issue, right? It's what you define it, how you define it. And I think that's a lot of times whether or not you think that you found success or failure depending upon your definition of the word when you make a purchase. Of course, when you make that purchase for that done for you system, everything should be detailed and outlined. But just like anything, how much that stuff are people reading and really paying attention to? And then really think about the effort it takes for you to build your own business, which your answer to done for you was perfect, right? The squeeze pages, the landing pages, the email marketing, the follow up is all done for you. Versus if you build it yourself, that's your own business and you own that because you built it and it's under your control.
Yeah. Yeah. And I like that. And again, to me, it depends on what you view affiliate marketing as being affiliate marketing. It could be, CPA marketing. It could be, what Gary and I do. What we call ours, like direct response, or how do we define what we do? It's affiliate
Well,
marketing, which is a different um, area of
yeah,
affiliate.
I mean, I see what I do as affiliate marketing is going and finding a product, making a recommendation, and earning a commission for that recommendation when the person that I recommended it to makes the purchase.
Yeah, yeah.
That's how I see affiliate marketing.
Give me a term though. Give me
Well,
a term.
now the way that I do it is via direct response marketing. I put out a message and I expect them to take an action based upon my message. So
Yep.
if you look at 30-minute marketing, if you go to the YouTube channel, very rarely do I make a video that doesn't have a call to action,
Yep.
right? So the CTA call to action is going to be check the link in the description in the pin first comment. Click that link, join, or buy the product, or check out my bonus page, and then buy the product, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And I look at it too. just differently. For me, because of the way we do our affiliate marketing, it seems more like a business to me, just because I am putting everything together. That I'm responsible pretty much from end to end, with the exception of the transaction and all these kinds of things, for the bulk of that work. And but at the same time, by building up an email list and building up that relationship, we talk about relationships a lot on this channel, and even
On
on
the
the podcast.
podcast.
On the podcast, sorry about on the podcast. Yeah, I get them mixed up here. We're in this alternate or dual universe here.
It's a podcast and a channel.
Yeah,
Or is it,
and
yeah, because it's a podcast first before it's a channel.
yeah, okay. We're in a podcast. They're in the podcast. I feel like it's more of a business. Um, Whereas if I were looking at it as me just generating traffic to a page, then it's faceless. Is it a business? Yeah, absolutely, it's a business. It is a business. Do I feel like I have ownership of that business? No, not really, because I'm driving that traffic. But again, there's different ways to drive traffic. So if you're running ads to get people to that specific squeeze page, that's one way to do it. You can still produce content on a blog or even on a YouTube channel, or have your own podcast and still send people that traffic to that particular system, that done for you system. And I use the air quotes as well. Um, so I guess it just depends on how you view affiliate marketing, and what's important to you.
Yeah, so I'd say we'd step back and we would look at that, because the point of this episode is to let people know about done for you systems that are out there. So you can find a lot of these done for you systems, uh, done for you funnels. I mean, they have lots of names, but I just like the done for you affiliate system,
Yeah.
because really that's the way they're selling it. They literally sell it to the prospect by all you have to do is drive traffic. All you have to do is get traffic to this squeeze page.
Hmm.
And then the done for you part in their case is they do all the quote unquote marketing,
Yeah.
the email follow ups,
Yeah.
the funnel itself, the upsells, right? They make sure that all that's handled for you inside of their system. So again, all you do is drive traffic, but that could be broken out too. Like you can have some of those done for you systems where you drive it to a page and then the lead goes into your autoresponder and it also goes into their autoresponder. And then you follow up with them yourself and then they follow up as well. So I think there's a lot of different levels there. And that's really why at the beginning of this episode, I wanted to start with definitions. And I really want to drive that home, or the thought process for me was it all boils down to the way you see it. Because in my mind, what we do, and I say we, me and Ken, if you look at our YouTube channels, specifically 30-minute marketing and Ken Furukawa marketing, the system that we're building as far as our real online business is pretty much set up right now the same way, because we both, just like here on the podcast, just like on the affiliate files, we promote our number one recommendation for getting started with affiliate marketing, which is a training from another company, from Philip Barman, from another person, right? So we're affiliates for that program, for that training, right? So if you look at that, we're affiliate marketers. The done for you part of the system that we're in, the group that we're in, the done for you part is the training and the sales process of actually selling the course to the person and then giving us the commission.
Hmm.
We generate content, which is the traffic, right? And then we send it to our own squeeze pages, and then we can have our own squeeze page, our own bridge page, and we have our own emails and our own follow up. And within that, we're building our business because we're building that sort of audience of our own. And then we can follow up with them with any product in our niche. So our niches is to make money online space. So we can follow up with our audience that we built because those are our leads, right? They
Yeah.
belong to us,
Yeah.
on the front end of the systems that we're building, or like what we call a real business.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's why I like, and I guess that's the part that people have to kind of realize, is that you can drive traffic to any offer, and it can be done for you once they reach a certain point. But if you want to build a real business, then you have to define what a real business is to you. Like for us, a real business is not just promoting the offer that our number one recommendation is not only doing that, but it's also finding similar shoulder or related um, products and services that we can introduce to our audience and building a brand and really building a relationship where we can start promoting other products because obviously you don't want to just hang your hat on just one product. You want to have a multitude of products, and that's how you can kind of plant multiple seeds and make money in different areas. And I like that aspect of it because it allows a lot of flexibility, and I like the flexibility of knowing that yeah, well, all I need to do is drive this traffic, get them here. But I also build that email list and I can start promoting other products to them rather than just focusing solely on one product and just driving traffic just to that one product. Because for me, I like to have that leeway of finding other things that might be of interest to my audience and promoting it to them.
Yeah, you make a good point there about the promoting additional products like we do as individuals inside of our business. There are some done for you systems out there that I've actually reviewed and I've actually bought into that do what you talked about. You send the lead to them, and then inside their system, they promote additional products, and then you earn the affiliate commission. And typically, those products are the products that are owned by the system creator.
Hmm.
So, they're getting 50%, you're getting 50%. So they sell it as done for you with a whole list of products, but really it's just one product coming from them. It's just
Yeah.
different levels of training and or different levels of the product. So, here on the affiliate files, we talk about the truth about making money online. And the truth is there's so many ways to do it. Now, the affiliate files, we're focused on affiliate marketing. And that's why I wanted to read that definition, and I'll read it again from the dictionary. A marketing arrangement by which an online retailer pays commissions to an external website for traffic or sales generated from its referrals. So, like we've talked about, sending traffic to Amazon. So, as an affiliate marketer, think about this because here's the way you could set this up, right? You could send your traffic straight from TikTok or Instagram or Snapchat straight to your recommendation and a link to Amazon. Amazon gives you a nice little pretty shortened Amazon link
Hmm.
that you can post pretty much anywhere on the internet and it's accepted, right? But what you could also do, and the reason we recommend our number one training is you could build out your own infrastructure and you could send them to yourself first to sign up to an email list or get on a messenger chatbot list or whatever, right? Anything a platform has to join a community, to join a Facebook group, to join your YouTube membership. And then once inside of that, then you could provide your Amazon link. So at that point, then if you see a product on eBay or Walmart, or you create your own product even and move outside of the realm of affiliate marketing, you've built an audience. And to me, that's the definition of a real business is when you build your own audience and you have the ability to market to that audience whatever you want to that you think is going to help solve their problem.
Yeah, and I like the term that you use, infrastructure. And I know, Gary has 30 plus years of IT experience when he talks about the infrastructure interface. When he just starts dropping these terms, he's referring back to 30 plus years of experience. But yeah, building out the infrastructure, building out the bones, and then filling in the pieces. To me, I like it better again, just because I like having that level of control. I may not have control once I get them to that product, but I like having control of, in a sense of building that relationship, uh, making that bond, and building that trust. Where if I recommend something, they're gonna trust me enough to just go and take a look at it, and because it's a product that I've taken a look at, and I know the vendor and I know the product's a good product. I know it's going to be in good hands. That done for you part, I'm not worried about. I happily recommend that person to that product or service because I've used it before, or I know the vendor and I know they put together reliable products.
Yeah. So, I mean, in my opinion, it all falls back to the definition and how you want to build it. And it goes back to also, the affiliate files. The truth about making money online is you could start this as a side hustle. And as a side hustle, it makes sense to go out and look for as much done for you stuff as possible because there's so much to learn. Like if I want to build an audience, like I said, and I want to build an audience on an email list, if I want to build an audience in a Facebook group or build, a messenger list, or even if I want to run paid traffic and build or, fatten up my pixel over on Facebook, you know what I mean? And then have that audience that I built to retarget and drive more traffic to it. That's a lot, right? I mean, that's a lot to take in. Like how many people, and if you're on the YouTube channel, comment, how many people know how to do all that stuff I just talked about?
Yeah. It takes a lot of work. But for me, I think once you start off as a side hustle, and you start seeing the potential of what you're accomplishing, that's when you want more, and that's where you start getting more hungry for knowledge and information, and that's when you start thinking a little bit more. And if you start thinking more long term, which is what Gary and I do, we don't talk in terms of a month or two down the line. We're talking years down the line, because it does take years to perfect what you're doing, and you never get to the point where you perfect it. It's like golf. You can be really good at golf, but are you always going to perfect it? No, that's the beauty. That's the beauty of that game, is that no one's ever, going to get hole in ones on every hole that they play, right? It's just one of these things. It's like a journey, and we talk about destinations, and I don't know if we talked about it on a previous podcast, but we talk about this in the pre-podcast discussion, where a lot of people think that affiliate marketing is just a destination, that you're going to get to this point and you're done. But it really doesn't end that way. It doesn't work that way. It's a journey. It's a constant journey of improvement, of trying new things. And trust me, if you when you start doing this as a side hustle, and you see the potential that's there, you're gonna want more. And building a business is, to me, the way that Gary and I are doing it, is, to me, the best way to do it. I just like it. I think it's a business. I mean, I don't know what else to say about it. You own this business.
I think a good way, and you brought up a good point about the golf. So if you're golfing, right, you have different shots, you have different clubs in your bag, and you have different shots based off those clubs, and then you take that game to a different course, and every course is going to have something unique that's going to test you individually, your game. So let's take this back to business, and I want to try to use this analogy, and I don't know how far I'll get before it breaks down, but in my mind, it makes sense, right? The way you're talking about it. So when you start off with a side hustle, and I think this is where people really find the appeal of the done for you system, because it is a side hustle. And when you read a sales letter for a done for you system, everything's done for me. I just drive traffic. And they make it sound like driving traffic is this simple thing, right? And we talked about this on the podcast. We talked about getting traffic. We talked about that gas station, building the gas station where the traffic is, right? Not out in the middle of nowhere where there's no cars. So think about this. If you were going into business and you open up a hot dog stand, right? That's like equates to a side hustle in my analogy until it breaks down. So bear with me. You have a hot dog stand, right? And you're selling hot dogs. Well, you have the ability to pull your cart around to where the people are. So you're selling hot dogs. But as a side hustle, you're going to think, okay, I'm growing this into a real business. And in your mind, a real business is a 5-star restaurant on a busy corner, or a 5-star restaurant that is exclusive and people have to make reservations for. That's the only way they get in. But how do you go from the hot dog cart to that 5-star restaurant? Well, maybe you get more hot dog carts, or maybe you upgrade to a food truck, right? But then maybe the 5-star business isn't the thing that you ever aspire to have. Maybe you just aspire to have that hot dog cart because you're already making $100,000 a year.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, I think that analogy is going to break down at some point, but I think you get where I'm going with that, right?
Yeah. Yeah. You're just making me hungry right now.
Dude, there's some good food from those food trucks and those hot dog carts, man.
I know. But yeah, I totally get it. And, to me, it's, you don't know until you know, right? I mean, it's just that saying, you really don't know where you want to go and how you want to get there until you actually start doing it. And then from there, you kind of think out 5 years from now. So you start doing something, you're like, 5 years from now, yeah, I want to have this thriving business. I want to have, VAs. I want to have people doing all this stuff for me, and we're gonna have this kind of like this corporation. But maybe a year or two into it, you might decide, you know what? I'm making the money that I want. It's good money. I'm comfortable. I'm just gonna stick with me and maybe a friend of mine that we work together to make money. So I think when we talk about journey versus destination, it really is a journey because you just never know. You can plot it out. It's like going on a trip, right? Or Gary could recommend all these places that I can go visit in his hometown. But am I really gonna visit all of them? Sure, I'm gonna visit some of them, but in between, I may find something that's more interesting to me than what he may have suggested. I may stop there and hang out and learn something new before I continue on my way. It's just never a straight, clear path. And that's what I like about what we're talking about today about these systems. Starting off with a system is really great, and you can learn a lot, by the way, from systems. You can learn a lot, and when you learn a lot from these systems, this is when you can start improving upon those systems and incorporating a little bit more into what you're doing and build out your own system, of how you do things. And that's how you get into building a business like Gary and I.
For sure, because like I said, when you go back to it and you look at it, I think the done for you part that most people sell is really the easy part.
Yeah.
It's just the way that it's presented or marketed, to use that term. And go back to earlier podcast, marketing versus manipulation, right?
Yeah.
Because this is really, in my opinion, where when we talk about these done for you systems that are sold in this make money online space, for people that don't understand. So, the affiliate files is the truth about making money online. The truth is there's tons of different pieces of the system as you learn it, understanding that to get traffic, what it takes, what that means even, right? So after you're in it for a little while, people just like to throw around the word traffic, you know? Where do you get it? How do you find it? Who is it, right? And then once you get it, what do you do with it? And you get into conversions and stuff like this, how to convert that traffic into a sale. But a lot of that is on the back end. It's not even the marketing process, it's the sales process.
Yeah.
So for example, a high ticket. And this is another thing. What's your definition of high ticket? I love this because, we talked about a John Crestani live that he did. I think it was in last week's episode.
Yeah.
And he was showing Warrior Plus, and one of the products was like a $9 product or something at 100% commission. And he's like, everybody raised their hand because it was a live. Everybody raised their hand or comment in the chat that thinks $9 or thinks this product is a high dollar product, right? And there are a lot of people like, oh yeah, but for him, that's not a high dollar. That's not a high dollar product.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A $9 commission, even at 100% commission, $9. He's not going to waste his time driving traffic to that. You know what I mean? So if you look at this and you go, okay, if I'm driving traffic, what do I want to drive traffic to? And again, the done for you system that you're buying, you've been manipulated into this idea that traffic's the easy part.
Yeah.
And that we're going to do the hard part for you, which is a squeeze page and an email autoresponder.
Yeah. Yeah. And in reality, that's the toughest part is the traffic. Because like Gary had mentioned, the way that it's marketed to people is that it's easy. The easy part is once you get them in, that's the easy part because you don't have to do anything. The hard part is, generating that traffic and finding that audience and connecting that audience and solving their problems and then sending them over to the easy part. So it's simple. The traffic part is simple, but it is not easy. And we talk about that a lot on this podcast.
Because that's like I was saying, the marketing part, which is the part that we do, most of us, right? As affiliate marketers, you're just focused on the marketing part. You're just focused on getting the leads into the system. And the higher ticket the product is, the better the sales process is. So if you're selling a $2, $3, $10, $20,000 product, they're literally going to have a sales team on the phone, on chat messenger. They're going to be sending out direct response letters, right? All that stuff's going to happen. And depending on how it's tracked, of course, is you as the affiliate, which also goes back to the idea of maybe you just get paid for the lead. You don't get paid for the sale, and lots of times, that goes back to the definition of affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing, if you get paid for the lead, a lot of people don't really call that affiliate marketing because affiliate marketing, for most people, the definition is you get paid on the sale and you earn that commission.
Yeah.
Whereas generating leads is more like a CPA, cost per action or acquisition or something like that.
Yeah. So there's so many different ways to do it. But yeah, with high ticket, I didn't watch the entire video for Kristani, but for some people, yeah, $9 is a lot of money depending on where you live.
Yeah.
For us, obviously it's a lower ticket item, and we would love to have people into higher ticket sales, but again, like Gary had mentioned, the system itself, the done for you systems, especially on the higher ticket ones, are going to be a lot more slick. They're going to be, I've seen those where people, you hop on calls and these coaching, they call them coaching calls. I'm using air quotes again, these coaching calls, but you're actually talking to a salesperson to close these deals. But yeah, it just depends on the system and what you want to get out of it. And, you got to start somewhere though, right? And done for you is a good place to start. But again, you gotta understand when we talk about relationships, understand the vendor that you're working with, the product that you're sending traffic to, because I think a lot of people just forget about the whole um, reputation part, right? And maybe you do this anonymously under some pen name or some, company that you made up, but still your name is out there. And I always like to tell people that you need to understand what it is that you're selling, because the more that you understand the sales process and what the product is and what it does, the better you are in terms of communicating that to your audience, and the better off you're going to be finding those people and fitting them with that particular product. So it's super important. It's just like, to me, we're in the business of relationships, and done for you is great, but at the same time, you need to protect that relationship that you're going to be establishing, whether you are doing this through paid ads or whatever it is, doesn't matter. Your reputation is out there, and you need to protect that when you're dealing with this, because again, this is a real business that you're building. Even if it's a side hustle, still is a real business.
It's still real,
It
and it is
is.
a real business. You're in the business of building brand believers.
BBB. We're not talking about the Better Business Bureau.
Because the Better Business Bureau might be after you if you
That's
if you
right.
don't protect that relationship.
That's right. That is absolutely right.
Yeah, I think it comes back again for me. It comes back to definitions. The definition in your mind of what it is you're building. A side hustle into what, quote unquote, a real business. That done for you system that you're buying into. Again, I don't think there's anything wrong with done for you systems. You know, if you can get it to work, if you can go out and you can buy clicks and solo ads and get Facebook ads and you can bring in traffic and you make money, and the product that you're promoting, like you said, Ken, is a good product and it works, there's nothing wrong with any of that, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
getting things done for you. But again, I think it's a little bit manipulative. Wow, I can't say that word at all. You're being manipulated to a point,
Yeah.
because most of the done for you systems that you'll find in the space that we're talking about, and make money online space, no matter what marketplace you buy it from, if it's done for you, as far as everything's done for you, just drive traffic, and they just say that, and then they go back into how much they've done for you as far as building squeeze pages, and you don't need to worry about anything. You know what I mean? Except for the traffic, but that's all they say is except for the traffic. You just do this one little small piece, and they just sort of leave it, right? Like that's
Yeah.
the easy part, you know?
Yeah.
I don't think it's a bad idea to buy into that and try it, as you build this, as you go through your journey, you know. At first you'd be like, "Man, I got scammed." Well, yeah, you did. You got ripped off. But what did you learn?
Yep.
Take what you learned and move on, right? Take your knocks, take your scrapes, your scratches, your bruises, right? Heal up and then get back in there, right? If you get thrown off a horse, the only thing to do is get back on. If you want to ride a horse, get back on and keep riding.
Yep. That's right. You just gotta fail forward, right? It's failing forward, and we've all been through it. And it kind of shapes who you are and what you stand for, your ethos. And again, it's just experience. Like you can't get to this or go through this journey without gaining experience. You can't avoid all the pitfalls. You're always gonna you're gonna have failure here and there. You're gonna have probably more failure than you have success, but it's all about, like Gary had mentioned, what have you learned from it, and how are you gonna apply that so it doesn't happen again. I think those are probably the most important lessons that I know I've learned since 2013 for sure.
I agree. And with that, unless Ken has anything else to say,
No, I gotta get back to my done for you system.
he's Gary. He's Gary. He's Ken. I'm Gary. And we'll talk to you later.